Good morning, everybody. Joe Ciaccio here. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope everybody had a great and safe New Year's. Christmas was great for us. Ate too damn much as always, but that's kind of like par for the course for everybody. So today I want to talk about some issues that I've been having through the month of December with agents. And it's kind of one of the issues that we get kind of stuck in a rut. We want to do things the same way we've always done things. And I agree, I understand, I'm the same way. Yet, what you got to look at is that you and I, as the producing agent, must make sure we get paid. We must make sure that we have minimal chargebacks. You're going to get some, that's just kind of par for the course. Yet, if there's a way for you to kind of hold back on your chargebacks by using certain carriers, I'm going to go over that today. Now, we all have our favorite carriers. Your favorite carriers you want to use, you may say, Joe, I love using Mutual Omaha. They're the greatest. Joe, I want Life Shield because they're so cheap. Joe, I like Americo because they've got the accidental death rider and heart attacks over 1 year. I get immediate benefits. I understand all that there. I agree 100%. Social Security premium billing. Okay? These are the 4 words today. Social Security premium billing. What that means is that the date that you put down for your client on either an e-app or a phone app, if the dates are the 1st or the 3rd, or the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th Wednesday of the month, those 5 dates, the carriers, I'm going to tell you in a second, will draft your accounts on that day. Joe, I don't understand why you want us to think about this and go over this here. Well, I mentioned America, Life Shield, and Mutual. They do not do Social Security premium billing. Here's how it works with most carriers who do not offer the Social Security premium billing. They will send in the draft date you pick on that day. So if you pick the 2nd Wednesday of the month, they're going to send it in that Wednesday morning. It will not hit your client's account until Thursday the next day. Joe, what's the deal? Well, I think you guys already know, and the ones of you who just started working with us, not sure about it, the folks we deal with are on a month-to-month income. Mostly, I'm going to say 75 to 80% of the people we deal with live off of just Social Security and maybe a tiny retirement, if anything. No money or a little bit in their savings account and no extra money in their checking account. So when you go to somebody's house, you're visiting with them, and you're going to go over a program, you got to kind of get your mind out of, I got to give them the cheapest product. Because here's what happens. And again, I'm guilty of this. Everybody's guilty of this here. So I'm not pointing the finger at you. I'm just telling you to revisit the way you think to cut back on your chargebacks. You go to a house, and they're in great health. Nothing's wrong with them. They're telling you, I can't afford that much money. I'm on a tight budget. I don't think I can buy anything. So here's what happens. You're going to go to the rate calculator, and you're going to put in 67-year-old male, non-smoker, $15,000. And the first price that comes up is going to be, let's say, Life Shield. And you'll say, well, that's the best carrier, Joe. It's the cheapest thing. I'm going to put the client with that one there. Anything wrong with that? Not at all. Not at all. What the problem is going to be is when they go to draft your client's account and they're on the month-to-month basis with their Social Security, very little, if no additional income coming in, there's a 75% chance that check is going to bounce. Now you got to charge back. Now you want to jump off the Empire State Building. Now you got to call the client up. You got to try to get a double payment, or you got to go back and pick up a payment, or you got to go back and rewrite them with somebody else. So what happens is this. When a client tells us, I'm on a budget, I can't afford much, you automatically feel you got to give them the cheapest thing in your portfolio. Clients really don't check prices before you come out. They may see something in the mail where it's a guaranteed issue, no questions asked. They may have had a policy a year, 2, 3 years ago where they have an idea of what the cost is going to be. So your job is to find out, have they gotten something in the mail, which the answer is going to be yes. If they bought something, what carrier, how much did they get, what were they paying? Because now you're going to tell them how insurance works to help yourself out. What you had then, you had that that $10,000 policy for $47.92. You got that 2.5 years ago. Your age has changed. You've gone up by 2 years. So to let you know right up front, it's going to cost you more because what you're comparing to is an old price with a younger age. And you need to tell people the way insurance works, the way these final expense programs work, is based on your height and your weight, your health, your medication, whether you're a smoker or not a smoker. You need to tell that up front. Because what happens is that people will hear their neighbor next door, who is 55 years old, got a $25,000 policy and it cost them $100. So when you go to see them, who is 70, and they're thinking about that 55-year-old price, they're going to automatically tell you, woo, that costs too much money. Because in their mind, they're saying, my neighbor only got it for $100. Now you want to charge me $160, $170. So you need to be upfront. You need to be transparent. You need to kind of lay the rules of laying out with the people when you're speaking with them to let them know is based on your age, your height and weight, your medication, your health, all this stuff here. Because if you don't, they're going to walk away saying, I don't want anything because your price is too high. They're not going to tell you, but the price will be too high of what their neighbor or their friend has. Now, when you go through your rate calculator and you punch in the numbers and you bring up all these different carriers, you're going to see carriers that are inexpensive. And again, you can pick any of those carriers you want. I'm not telling you you have to do what I'm saying. Yet, I highly recommend you to consider what I'm saying to keep the checking account full instead of getting more chargebacks. That's what I heard the month of December. Joe, I'm getting chargebacks. Joe, what's going on? I understand that people said they wanted it. Lady said she was so happy I was there. She even gave me a glass of soda. She was so happy and her check bounced. What is going on? So who'd you put her with? Mutual Omaha. I said, why did you put her with Mutual Omaha? Joe was the cheapest thing out there. She said she's on a budget. Now, the way he was thinking is good, is smart, is correct. Yet my thinking is, when you're going through your rate calculator, you have all the numbers shown here, and you see Life Shield, Foresters, Mutual, then you see Social Security direct billing companies, Liberty Bankers, CVS, Royal Neighbors, American Amicable. Those are the ones I can think of right now. They may cost more. They may cost $2 more. They may cost $3 more. When you're telling the client, yes, ma'am, I brought up all the prices for you. The best company for you is American Amicable. They've been in business for over 100 years. Great company. I love them. They pay their claims very quick. Your policy's issued quickly. And the date we set up for your first payments to go in, you never have a problem ever, ever, ever. I love this company here. And the saddest part, yet the best part, when somebody passes away, you get paid very quickly. Okay? Now, you told them that American Amicable is the best in the West. Or Royal Neighbors or CVS, whatever company you want to use, that's a Social Security premium billing. They're not hearing or seeing these other ones that are less expensive. They're looking at you for guidance. You told them how the program works. It's based on your age. It's based on this. This is a great company. I love it. They pay quick. They issue the policies very quick. You tell them all of the benefits. What makes that company sexy. They're not going to sit and say, Joe, do you have a company called Life Shield? Or Joe, do you have a company called whatever? They don't know. Now, you may run across an educated client who's had insurance over the years, who's bought and lapsed, probably because of not having the Social Security billing. So they may have a little bit more knowledge when you come back. So that there, you got to kind of backpedal and do what you feel is best when you're in that situation. Tell them the carrier that you're recommending is the best. You're going to leave behind. You're going to leave them everything they need to where they feel that warm, fuzzy feeling, to where they don't wake up one and say, this has cost too much. Now, Joe, I can't do that. I got to do what's right for the client. He's on a budget. I got to give him the cheapest product out there. And again, you may. Joe, I'm worried about if somebody comes in behind me and flips me. Okay. Totally agree. If you close the deal better, you probably won't have that problem. If you tell the client, if anybody else comes in, tell them you don't want to talk to them because you got the best from the West, I don't want to discuss it with nobody. Even if you're $1, $2 cheaper, I don't want it. Tell them this here. Call me. I'm your agent. Maybe a new carrier that came out, I can put you with it, and I will move you from this one to that one. I will do it for you. Okay? Joe's kind of hard because he can't afford much. Well, let me tell you guys something. You have competition no matter where you go. You got a company called Lincoln Heritage. You got a company called Senior Life. You got a company called American Income. You got all these other carriers out there whose premiums are higher than ours. Higher. Those agents that work for those companies make a great living because they have just one carrier to pick. They don't have a portfolio like you, immediate for this, immediate for that. They've got one carrier. They have no choice but to sell that carrier. And people buy. People buy from you because they trust you. They're reading your demeanor. They're reading your delivery. They're reading the way you're speaking with them. That's why people buy. Like, man, they're always going to want somebody who wants to think about it because the price may be too high. They may have heard something. That's kind of par for the course. Yet, today's call is to let you guys know what carriers I recommend you to use as your front runners to alleviate chargebacks. After the call, I'm going to blast everybody out the list of the carriers that do the Social Security billing. Now, if you have a client who gets their check on the third Wednesday of the month, and they say, Joe, I get on the third Wednesday of the month, but I want to make sure the money's there. I want to draft it on the 25th of the month to make sure the money's there. I understand what they're saying. Social Security is never, you hear what I said? Never late depositing for your clients. So before you let them say that, tell them, let me tell you how my program works. No money today. We're going to have your first payment start on the second Wednesday of the month. The carrier gives you a discount for that there, and that is your best and safest options for you. Try not to let them tell you the date they wanted. I'm asking you, I'm begging you not to tell them, pick the date that you want, because that's called application suicide. You're setting yourself up to get a chargeback. First or third, second, third, fourth Wednesday period, end of story. That's how my program works. Okay, I'm going to let you guys put back. Does anybody got any questions? If you do, Jason open you up. Do a 5-star, hit the number 5 and hit your star. If you got any questions, and then we'll see anybody that has any questions, then I'll let somebody ask and we'll take it from there. I'm looking right now. Everybody's up to date. Nobody needs to know anything. So with that said, guys, Happy New Year. We love you. If you need anything, give us a call. Oh, the final thing. Guaranteed Trust in Life. Age went up. It used to be 40 to 90. Now they're 50 to 90. So GTL, new age, is 50 to 90. You need anything else, give us a call. We love you. We appreciate you. Hit them hard. Bye-bye, guys.